Hi everyone and welcome to today's tutorial. In this video, we'll be walking through how to set up SPF, DKIM and DMARC records to improve your email deliverability and security using Moosend and Squarespace. Now, let's start from Squarespace where you have already managed to log in and you can click in the section where we say domains. Here you will find all the domain names that you handle. Click the domain name that you own, and on the left, you will be able to see the DNS. And here you will find the DNS settings section for the domain name you're working with. This is where you will add SPF, DKIM, and DMARC. Now, let's start with setting up the SPF. SPF helps prevent spammers from sending messages on behalf of your domain name. Now, go back to your Moosend account and click on the top menu, More, Settings, Senders. And obviously you need to have a sender that has been activated. And once you will click either in the email address or set up SPF and the key, you will be able to identify all the values that you need to add in the DNS zone of your domain name. Now, since we'll start with the SPF, simply click the SPF section. The TXT record is your domain name and the value is that one. Copy that value and then go back to Squarespace and let's create the TXT. Add record. Host name, I will add the @ symbol here. The type is TXT, obviously not MX or a record. And the text, it will be the value that I have. Now, please keep in mind that if your organization already has an SPF value, that means in that case that you don't have to create a new SPF record, a new TXT record for the SPF of Moosend. In that scenario, you will have simply to edit your existing record, and you will have to add and keep only that part. Now, since this is a brand new domain name and I don't have other TXT records, I will keep that one and then I will click Save. SPF now has been set up. Now let's create the DKIM record, which again is a part of your digital signature. We are going to copy the first part of the TX record name, which will basically replace we will add in the host name, add record, type again is a TXT, and the value for the value will copy all those symbols. This is your public DKIM signature. We will add it here, and then you will press the Save button. And as a last step, because definitely I want to protect that domain name from domain spoofing, I will create a new DMARC value. In that case, for the DMARC, Moosend won't provide you a DMARC value because that actually depends on your organization and if the policy will be more strict or not. If you already have a DMARC value, you don't have to create anything else here. But if you don't have, then let's create a new TXT record. So we're going again here, add record. As the host name, you will have to add underline DMARC. Again, the type, it will be TXT. And if you don't have a DMARC value to add here, I suggest to start with a policy as none. If you don't know how to create a DMARC value, then in that case, I suggest using either DMARC Advisor or DMARCian, which basically they can generate a DMARC value for your domain name. Now, in order to do that, you can find one of the free tools that they have, the DMARC generator. The process is very easy here. Simply, you will add your domain name, start creating. Since it's the first time you create a DMARC value, I suggest you start with a P equal none. So don't go directly to the quarantine or reject. It's something that you will have to improve once you will start sending messages. Also, making sure that you have included other TXT records from other services that you're using. And now we click next. This is where you have to place if you want to receive aggregate DMARC reports or not. Now, for my example, I want to add an email address here. So I will press next, next, create record. And this is the DMARC value for my domain name. And you can see here that DMARC Advisor also suggests that this is a TX record. And they also provide you the host name here. So back to Squarespace. I save that new TXT record. And then I have already created within less than 2 minutes all the necessary TXT records to protect my domain name and making sure that the DNS authentication mechanism won't reject my newsletter. Then back to your Moosend account, and you can press the verified DNS record. And if everything has been set up correctly, that means that going back to your senders, you will be able to see those green check marks. If there is any kind of issue, a pop-up message will appear, making sure that you need to pay attention that there is something wrong with the DNS and you need to go back to Squarespace in order to check it. See you next time.